Oi. Good morning. Good morning. It's a beautiful morning. Good morning, all you fine and beautiful people. Today, I'm gonna be making a little kombucha. Have any of you guys had kombucha? I've had kombucha. My voice still sounds like it's getting used to the morning. So, well, you gotta get the day started somehow, right? But anyways, gonna be making kombucha today. I like it. My dad makes it, and I wanna make it. Check out this. He gifted me with a free SCOBY. Ain't that neat? Look at that thing. Just floating, making bubbles. So yeah, we're gonna do the first couple steps into making the kombucha. There's something about tea. Some tea is involved. And then you put that SCOBY in the tea. And then that's that. And then we move on to the next thing. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It's still doom and gloomy up here in the Northland, but hey, we gotta make the most of it. You gotta make the most of this life. You just gotta keep at it. Just gotta keep at it, all the things. And if you're just sitting at home just watching videos, get out and make some stuff, man. Make some kombucha, make some wood projects. If you like metal, make metal. What are you doing? What are you doing just sitting there? Don't just sit there. Don't just sit there always. Let's get to making some kombucha. First step is to bring a medium pan to boil with 4 cups of water. Does anyone else get down to eye level and see if it's exactly the right amount? Most of it made it in. Oh, geez Louise. So that was supposed to be filtered water. I just did water from the sink, so we'll see how that turns out. Medium-sized pot, bring 4 cups of filtered water to a boil, then turn off the heat. Now you guys might be saying, hey Lee, why aren't you in the shop?
Because you're thirsty.
Because I'm thirsty. That's exactly it, because I'm thirsty. And I want to make some kombucha. You know, sometimes you don't have to make wood stuff all the time.
And spicing it up makes the next time in the shop better.
So from what I've learned so far, kombucha is an art form. Only select few people can make this. Not anyone else in the world can make this.
What about me?
No, you're not one of these people. I am. Only a select few can make kombucha. So just relax and watch the master here. No, I don't even know how to make it. Exactly. But from what I've heard, it's super easy. Not a hard thing to brew, thing to make. So if you are interested in making kombucha, don't follow me. No, I'm just kidding. But I hope I can show you guys a little something that maybe can help you get started. You could just find a SCOBY anywhere. You can find it just hanging out on the ground somewhere. I'm pretty sure they just hang out on the ground around here. But no, that's false. But I do know there are a lot of people around who like to make kombucha, and it's just probably as easy as a little, hey, reach out on Facebook or something and ask. Hey, does anyone know anyone who makes kombucha? I want them to get started. And I'm sure those people are more than willing to help you. The next step, to pour the entire contents of the tea blend, also 3 tablespoons of tea blend, into the cotton tea bag and add to the pot. Hold on to the empty tea bag. hold on to the empty tea pouch. You'll need it later. Okay, so for this step, we don't have a tea bag and we don't have tea pouches. What we do have is open leaf tea. We have some open leaf tea, so we'll be using that. It is Eco Tea's Yerba Mate Unsmoked Leaf and Stem Traditional Cut. So we're gonna be using that and a ball, one of these wire balls. So I'm just gonna put 3 tablespoons inside that. Let that steep for 5 to 7 minutes, then remove the tea bag and discard the leaves. I think we're already at a boil here. Now, some of you might be thinking, hey, Mr. Lee, what is this kombucha stuff? And I'll tell you, I don't really know. No, I'm kidding. It has live cultures in it, so it has this thing called a SCOBY. This little guy here, I don't know much about it, but it somehow eats the stuff in there and then poops out some other stuff and then makes it taste really good. It has like a vinegary, yeasty taste, and depending on what you put in it, it tastes somewhat like what you put in it as well. It has a very distinct flavor. Most people I know like it. Some people don't like a lot of it, but some people like a lot of it. And I know if you do eat a lot of it, you start to get gut issues. But supposedly you drink it, it equals out the bacteria, or helps with the bacteria in your stomach. You can do more research on it online. That's just like the very bare minimum of the surface of what this stuff's supposedly supposed to do for your gut health. Yeah, that's all I know. Mm-hmm. All right, so turn off heat. Boom. Teaspoon, tablespoon, 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 tablespoon. So we need 3 of those. 1. Oh, this smells like fresh hayfield. Yum. 2, 3. Done. Wrap it up. Time to steep. Pickleberry. No, it's not I want to suck your blood. It's how do you mesmerize people? You are going to fall asleep. Boom, boom, boom. Do you not do it that fast? You are going to fall asleep. I'm funny. Now we put it in there, steep it for 5 to 7 minutes. Go like that. Ouch. Set the timer. There, 7 minutes. So the next step after that, add 1 cup of organic sugar into the pot and stir it. Well, guess what? I don't have organic sugar. I got your pure granulated sugar. So that's what we're gonna use, okay? It has been 5 to 7 minutes. Let's take out our tea bag, add in the sugar. I need a stir stick. Where's a stir stick? All right, now I just stir this until it dissolves. Step number 6 then will be to fill the brew jar with 8 cups of cold filtered water. The jar should be 3/4 full after that. Pour faster. Oh, that's it right there. There we go. Ooh. Oh, shit. Sorry. Oh, shit. I got excited. Next, we pour in the filtered water. 8 cups. 8 cups filtered water. Since it was only half full, I went ahead and made some more tea. So now we have it about 3/4 full. That's what it asked for, so that's what I'm gonna do. Now our last step, make sure that it is 68 degrees, 60 to 86 degrees temperature. That's still super warm, and I don't have a thermometer. Should I put it in the fridge quick? It's still really warm from boiling. I'm not quite sure. Because if you put the SCOBY and the culture in with it too warm, the SCOBY dies. If you put it in with it too cold, I'm gonna guess it dies as well. So do I just let it sit for a little while and wait till it gets to room temperature? That might be it. Let's cruise to that point right now. While we're waiting for that to happen, here's a quick little clip of me dancing for you. If anyone wants to see that. I don't know who would, but here you go. All right, ladies and gents, after much of a wait, we are ready to put the SCOBY in. This SCOBY is going to eat all the black tea up. Let's take this off here. Look at that. It is about room temperature now, which is probably 68 to 70 degrees. So that's what we're gonna keep it at for the rest of its time. But let's put the SCOBY in. Oh. And there we have it. The SCOBY has been transferred, and we will put just a little something so no flies get in there. And now we wait. So we're going on top of the fridge. So now we just have to wait for 8 to 10 days, and it should be good to go. Awesome. But we'll see in 8 to 10 days. Catch it. We'll be talking to you guys then. Okay, you guys, so it has been 8 to 10 days. It's been a little bit more than that, actually. What would you say?
13,
maybe
13.
Maybe like 13. Kombucha's still going. It doesn't stop. Kombucha doesn't stop for anyone, okay? But 3 things happened when we were gone, when you guys were gone, even though it's only like a millisecond for you guys. 3 things happened. SCOBY went down, looked like it was dead on the bottom. Then about 6 days in, it actually went back up to the top, and now it's at the top, just chilling up there, growing bigger and bigger. So that's pretty neat. Was that 2? What was the 3rd thing? Oh, the 3rd thing, I got better looking.
Okay.
It felt like I should have. Like I wanted, as soon as that was coming out of my mouth. Here she is, looking pretty good. But it is getting huge now. I think we taste test or something next. Okay, so I think the reason for taste test is to see how bitter or how tart you want your kombucha. So let's do that. I present to you the kombucha, yes. Okay, it has like a very vinegary taste. I haven't tasted it yet. You guys will see that in a second. So let's just go for it. It says, do not disturb the SCOBY. Ooh, I don't know. It tastes like very plain kombucha, actually, because you get the sweetness and the flavor from whatever it is that you put in. So whatever, some people put certain types of juice in. For this video, we're gonna be putting in, if you guys have ever heard of high bush cranberries, they grow in the wild. My mom actually picked a bunch and gave them to us. So it's like, what the heck? Why not use that? Yeah, let's do that. So we're gonna use high bush cranberries. They're already all kind of pureed up. Where are they actually? They're all pureed up. It's like a concentrated juice, basically, is what it is. Yeah, we're gonna use that as our flavor sweetener, adding flavor to it. I think you're supposed to put sugar at some point too, so I'm gonna look at that to make sure that we get some sugar in there as well. Or wait, we did that earlier. It's been way too long since I did this portion. I forgot what we did already. We added the sugar. You guys know that because you're watching right now. Ay, ay, ay. What's up? I'm wondering How much of it was it that you put in each 16-ounce jar?
Quarter cup.
Quarter cup. Okay, so I just called the Kombucha master, aka my father, my Faja. He usually does a quarter cup in each one of these 16-ounce jars. Who's texting me? And then put the rest kombucha in it. My thought is this is concentrated. The old lady and I were thinking an 1/8 cup or 2 tablespoons of this in each one. Yeah, so that's what we have. We have these, we have 4 of these, and then we have 1 big old growler. Then we actually should get this SCOBY back into another round of tea. What? I'm just making sure we have enough bottles, okay? So I gotta down this one. This isn't a kombucha one. If you guys are ever in the shop or in a gas station store, wherever you get your local kombucha, don't get sparkling probiotic drink. That's not kombucha.
Hey guys, I'm just popping in to show our featured earrings. Lone Tree, scrappywood.com. There, go and get them.
You plug in something? They don't want to see that. They can go check that out themselves. That's so cringe. Is that cool to say? Is that cool to say? Cringe? I don't know. I'm older, so I don't know if that's the thing you say when you're not supposed to do it. Is it cringe?
Sounds like you're trying to be too cool.
Oh, that's what it is. You're trying to be cool.
Okay, what's the next steps here?
Was it cringe for me to say cringe?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, what do we got?
All right, so I have to take this SCOBY out, somehow grab it, take it out, plop it in something, pour the goods in each one of these. I'm gonna pour this guy first.
Do you need a funnel?
Yes, probably, because this is a wide, wide, small.
Best of luck.
Do we have a funnel?
For our car.
There, that's better.
I didn't know if you wanted to.
Well, we're having a conversation, so I wanted to, talk at them,
Oh, but
when you're talking, you should show yourself.
You forgot to do your hair, so.
I forgot to you were trying to hide my hair?
So I didn't know. So did I, Alex, is it?
No, anytime someone talking, just go, watch out. That's what you're supposed to do. And then it creates added effect, like really fun.
Okay.
Like, I'm talking like I'm a YouTuber or something.
Okay, we don't have a funnel.
I'm just trying to be a YouTuber. I'm not a YouTuber. You can't call yourself a YouTuber yet until you make money YouTubing. Is that it? So we're taking SCOBY out, putting it in here. My hands are nice and washed. Go for it.
It's gonna bite you.
It does look like it, doesn't it?
Ish.
There's SCOBY. This won't fit in there.
Pour it.
I need a smaller one.
Lift it up and pour it into there.
Okay, let's give it a try.
Or can you open up something like that?
You are a genius! Actually, why even do that?
Just put the bottles under there.
Put the bottles underneath there! Yeah! That just makes sense. How many did I say for these? 2 times 4 is 8. 1, 2. This is very clean. 3, 8. I'm gonna do 2 more because it's, or should I do 1 more? You think 1 more fell out?
Oh,
That's at least 1 that fell out. So I'm gonna do 1 more for good measure. All right. I think just fill it up to the top. All right, so that one is good to go. Let's do the smaller ones quick. I still have about half of that 2.5 gallon. This has got to be like 2.5 gallon. I still have about half of that, so I think I can do all 4 of these. So I'm gonna put 2 in each. 1, 2, 2.5. All right, let's fill these guys up. That's a lot of kombucha. Ho, ho, ho. All right, so I left about this much left for our SCOBY. So I don't know, that's maybe 2/3 of a gallon. I'm gonna get this guy filled back up and get the SCOBY back in there. So we got more on the way. Yeah, it's looking good. I wasn't expecting it to be that easy, but I'm pretty excited about it. So there's 2 ways you can go about finishing your kombucha. So there's the first fermentation that we did that I showed you guys so far. And the second fermentation is right now, the process they're in right now. So you can have these sit overnight, 1 to 2 days, I think it is. Someone can correct me on that if you want, but I believe it's 1 to 2 days. It can be up to 4 days actually. I just did a little more research, and it can be 2 to 4 days if you want. And then it'll get carbonated and have a little bit more of a tart taste, is my understanding. After that, throw it in the fridge. It's okay to actually drink it right now. It should be ready to drink right now, but I like mine carbonated, a little more tart. So I'm gonna let mine ferment for another 1 to 2 days here. Enjoy it after that. So my plan is to keep going with my kombucha. So I'm gonna get rid of this. Well, not get rid of it. I'm gonna put the rest of my concoction here. Whoa, that was almost too... That was almost not big enough. I'm gonna clean this guy out and put a new thing of tea in it. And then put all this back in there. That then will be my starter for the next batch. But they say you don't have to clean this out in between, but I'm gonna clean mine out. The brewmaster, my Faja is the brewmaster that I learned from. He cleans his out, and I think it just makes sense to me. I want to clean it out in between each time. Man, everyone making noise while I'm trying to make a video. But he cleans his out in between, so I'm gonna do it. Why not? Stay clean, healthy, happy. You guys already saw me do this process, so I'm not gonna show you it again. Okay, so those are kind of all the steps to this whole shenanigans. So I'm just doing a new batch, and I'll check with you guys back tomorrow. We're gonna give one of those bottles 1 day, and then I'll taste it, see what you guys think, or see what I think, and tell you guys how it turned out.
You're gonna send it to the viewers?
Yeah, why not send it to them?
Alright. And do you think, comment if you think he's gonna share with me. You saw a growler and 4 bottles. How many will I get?
Okay, Dad.
Dad?
Okay, guys, today is the day. We are gonna try them. I did say that we were gonna try it a day later, right? I think I said a day later. Well, I had patience, and it's been 3 days.
You're nervous?
Look, it's a little bulbous, so obviously it, well, sealed up, but it carbonated a little bit.
Oh.
Other thing too, when you're opening these, don't make the rookie mistake I did. I shook it up because I saw stuff on the bottom. Gently swirl like this. Otherwise, it explodes. Oh yeah, there's a fizz. Ooh, what the heck was that though?
Is that one of my hairs?
I don't know what that was. All right, let's see. Not bad. Not bad at all.
1 out of 10. What's the rating?
7. I think just the flavor.
Oh.
I think we can do better flavor.
You used what you had.
Yeah, I used what I had. But in terms of like kombucha, I'd say 10 out of 10. That's pretty darn good.
What flavor would you like to try next? You like ginger.
Ooh, ginger. It turned out pretty darn good. What else is there to say? Okay, that is all we have for you guys on this video. It was a fun time. I had fun. I knew it was easy. I mean, if you guys want to make kombucha, it is actually pretty easy. I already have the next one going. It was just like a quick turnover. So if you guys like that, video, be sure to maybe, well, it's okay. We'll see you next time.